Welcome to the world of Isekai Manhwa. If you're a fan of this genre, we have 10 Isekai Manhwa recommendations that you should definitely check out. Number 10. Strongest Caveman. A primitive world with no technological advancement and superpowers surely piques my interest. The MC of this manhwa is quite unsurprisingly an engineer. Well, it does make sense. You'll definitely need an engineer in the primitive world, however. That is not it. The engineer is also quite strong as he awakens his otherworldly powers at an early age. The comedy in this manhwa is also top tier and the story is pretty well balanced. Number 9. My wife is a demon queen. Demon queen is your wife? Sounds pretty amazing, right? This all comes with a cost, and that is, you are powerless, literally powerless. In a world of demons and powerful beings. This is the story of our MC, Xingyi, who was suddenly reincarnated to another world, where he develops a good relationship with the demon queen, who was betrayed by her husband and dethroned. Both of them then help each other in gaining what they desire. This marks the beginning of the journey of Xingyi and his wife, the demon queen. Number 8. Empress of Another World. We have on our list the Empress of Another World. The plot might seem a bit generic with a high school student getting into some accident, and of course, gets transported to another world. Most of the main characters, after being teleported, get some crazy power-ups and usually join a guild to defeat the demon lord. However, that is not the case with Empress of Another World. In this story, the MC is ordered to become the emperor's concubine. Now, most of you probably guess what's going to happen, don't you? The emperor dies and, pretty unsurprisingly, the MC becomes a candidate for the throne. That's it, I guess. I don't want to further spoil it for you. The art style and character development are amazing, so you should really give it a try. Number 7. Dungeon Reset. Now this one is kind of interesting. If you're a solo leveling fan, you'll surely enjoy this one. Being reincarnated to another world is all fun and games unless you are forced to raid a dungeon alone. Yes, the MC in this manhwa surely can power up, but there are consequences, and what are those? He has to clear the dungeons all on his own. Sounds terrifying, it sure does. However, the MC continues his journey with the power-ups he gets along the way to uncover the mystery behind this strange event. Number 6. Her Summon. Now, this one's a masterpiece in my opinion. The story is just too amazing and unique. Shuten meets being teleported to another world isn't anything new, I guess. However, what makes this manhwa unique is the transition between the real world and the isekai. Of course, I won't spoil this amazing story for you. Just give it a read yourself and you'll find yourself mesmerized. Number 5. Who Made Me Princess. Bedtime stories sure are great. They help in developing your relationship with your child and, of course, make them fall asleep. But these bedtime stories aren't as good as you think they are. Most of the characters in them suffer a lot. Now imagine being suddenly reincarnated to a bedtime story world. Sounds pretty fun, right? However, it's not as fun for our MC, as she knows that she is going to be killed by her father in the story. Pretty awful, isn't it? And to prevent that, she must do everything possible. It really is a great story, and the character development is amazing too. Number 4. Trash of the Count's Family. Trash of the Count's Family is an action-adventure manhwa that follows the story of Kim Roksu, a young man whose life was turned upside down when he was reincarnated in another world. Kim Roksu was a lazy person with no energy who only wanted to do one thing: relax. One day he fell asleep while reading a novel, and that's where his life changed forever. He was isekai'd into a novel as Kale Henatus, an antagonist. You are wrong if you believe he has a fantastic story plan in which he kills the hero and then rules the world. He's just a trash bag who's been waiting for the hero to murder him for a long time. Is he going to die in vain, or will he be able to change the future? Number 3. Second Life Ranker. Second Life Ranker is an intriguing, adventure-based murder mystery with enough supernatural elements and suspense to keep readers on the edge of their seats. Tupis Media has been publishing this manhwa since early 2021. After his brother's disappearance, Yin Cha is desperate to know his whereabouts, but his search quickly ends when he learns his brother had been killed. While competing in the mysterious Tower of God, all hope seems lost until Ianwu notices the clues his brother leaves behind. Now driven by revenge, he goes on a journey to investigate the secrets behind his brother's death. Number 2. A returner's magic should be special. Shadow World is the most catastrophic existence that humanity has faced in history. Amidst all this, our protagonist, Desir Armin, is one of the only 6 survivors from mankind alive in it. They all together attempt to clear the labyrinth but fail miserably, as Desir is ready to accept his demise and the world ending he gets to be in the world. But 13 years earlier, back to the time, he enrolls to the nation's finest magic academy, Haviren, trying to cope with his emotions regarding this time travel and building a better, different future. He works with his precious friends to save the world and those dear to him. The characters have certain arcs, and they all are pretty distinguishable through their stories revolve around Desir most of the time. The side characters hardly function alone. The art style is also neat and interesting with fine line art. Any fan of Isekai Manhwa might enjoy it thoroughly. The story is also gripping enough. Number 1. The beginning after the end. From a world dominated by martial arts to a world involving monsters and magic, the transition is kinda big, isn't it? I mean, the difference sure is great. The weapons used, the power levels are totally different. The story involves King Grey, who is literally everything in the world of martial arts except self-love and will for life. After his death, he gets reincarnated into a world of monsters and magic. There, like other Isekai protagonists, he tries to live a peaceful life and not repeat his past mistakes. At this point, you might be thinking, isn't the plot kinda bland? Well, the main thing about this manhwa is the portrayal of emotions and storytelling. The character development is amazing too, so I suggest you add this to your list. Thank you for tuning into this video.